Good morning. My name is Leslie Shaw Klinger. This are my auditions for Prospect Theater. I'm doing 2 monologues. The first is a comedic monologue. It is by Gabriel Davis from Gratitude Lists. The character's name is Maggie, and Maggie is talking with a friend of hers about gratitude. You need a gratitude list. It will literally change your life. So for a while, Steve and I were going through a very rough patch. And Steve's a fixer, right? I mean, he's got all these books on happiness and how to be happy and how to be more fulfilled in life. And one of the things all of these books seem to say is that gratitude lists are really important. It's scientifically proven that it will increase your satisfaction in your daily life if you do a daily gratitude list. So listen, at first I was skeptical. I mean, Steve was adamant, however, and it would fix us. And every day making these lists, it meant writing down the 10 things that we are grateful for every day. Steve was convinced. So he had a group of lists, all right? He would share them with me. His lists were things like, I'm grateful to have a beautiful wife to share my life with. Oh, I'm grateful for her love. I'm grateful for the way she looks in the morning. I'm grateful for her lips that kiss me on the head. 10 of those things every single day, etc., etc. Oh God, every single day he would then say, so let me hear yours. And I never had one. But listen, good old Steve was never one to let a project go unfinished. And so he bought me a journal. He said, look, you need to write 10 things down every single day. You need to tell me what you're grateful for. It was relentless. Every day was a lot like Chinese water torture. So finally I'm like, okay, Steve, fine. I will write down 10 things I'm grateful for. Let me read to you my first gratitude list. The quiet intimacy of taking a bubble bath alone. Earplugs and the lock on the bathroom door. A comfortable bed to sleep in. The sound of Steve sleeping nearby on the couch. Sex, doing it for myself and by myself. Lots of closet space because all of Steve's stuff is in the spare room. Spending more time with my family who never liked Steve. Knowing that the female life expectancy is longer than the male's. Steve's family history of heart disease. And inspiring stories of second marriages. And I read this list to Steve. I knew he'd be critical. I knew he would be angry. And the first thing he said was, that's only 9. You're supposed to have 10. And then he burst into tears. And 2 days later, he filed for divorce. And I was able to add that 10th thing I'm grateful for. Divorce from Steve. I am telling you, a gratitude list will change your life. You need to start doing it now. So that was my comedic one. My second one is also by Gabriel Davis. It is from a play called Lacey's Last Chance. And it's actually a monologue with a woman trying to explain to the police after she has admitted to killing her husband. So, my father was a wonderful man. He waited on me hand and foot when I was a little girl, Mother used to jokingly refer to him as the slave. You know, when I grew up, I expected to find a husband that would be like my dad. And instead, I found Frank. I would always give Frank 30-minute back rubs. He always asked for 30-minute back rubs, and I did it. I would do it. He never gave them back to me, though, even though I begged. Once in a while, he would give me a back rub, but only for about 30 seconds. One time, I broke both my arms. They were in casts. And despite this, he asked for, and I continued to give Frank 30-minute back rubs. They would hurt so much. The doctor told me that I could permanently damage my arms, that my muscles shouldn't be used that way. I told Frank this, and Frank didn't care what the doctor said. Frank told me I was exaggerating. He said it was because I was lazy and that I really didn't love him, and I didn't care about what his back felt like. You know, one day, right after that, my own arms were so sore and my back was so sore. I said, it's your turn. You have to give me a half an hour back rub because I give you a half an hour back rub. And he said, I thought you gave me back rubs because you loved me. And I explained that I love him, but I also wanted something because I was in so much pain. And he told me I was just being selfish. And I needed to start trying to be a truly selfless person. You know, I tried to be selfless for a while, but the shooting pains were too much. And that's when I figured it might just be easier to kill him. I'm the one who found everywhere we lived, everything we did, everything we had. I was the one that put all that together. I found the apartment. I found everything first. Why would I walk out on him and give all that up? It's not fair. You know, the real problem when I think about it is my inability to communicate, my inability to just be assertive. It's the only thing I could think of to get me out of that situation. I also think that if he had just had any respect for me at all, I wouldn't have thought that the only thing to do to get out of that situation would be to kill him. I now come to realize that there's something wrong with me. I can't seem to do anything but go between being too passive and too aggressive. The rage took over. And so I killed him. Thank you. I hope you can get something out of that. I appreciate you letting me do this via video. Thanks.